Okay, YouTubers, got my new motor. Has a fan on the top, 3 wires that have to be connected. I've got it sitting in a wooden box just to protect the bottom. So back to taking out the old motor. We have to remove this spring right here that's holding the pulley gasket that connects to the motor. And if you remember from my last video, that you also disconnect this to prove that the motor is making the noise and not the pulley. So you just pop this out. I'll do that now. Okay, I've disconnected the spring from the arm that connects it to the belt pulley right here, and I've laid the new motor up so we can see what we're doing. And the new motor has the fan on the end. The old motor, we took the fan off, so otherwise you're seeing how the motor is oriented. You see these screws here, these bolts right here that have to be disconnected from the old motor. And basically that's all there is to it. I'm just using a simple ratchet here to remove these bolts, and then once I take the motor out, I'm going to leave the wires attached. Now these wires had a lot of wire ties along them, and I cut those all off. I'm not so sure if I'm going to put any back in or not, but basically I'm going to remove the old motor, pull it out, sit and leave the wires connected. Just set it here in front, at the front of the machine, and then put the new motor in, and then just trace where the wires, the existing old motor wires, connect in, and then just connect in the motors from the new. There are 2 blue wires, and they both attach here and here, and it doesn't matter which blue wire you put where. Apparently they're both the same. So let's proceed now. Okay, YouTubers, I've removed the old motor and I'm setting it out here on this wooden box structure. And here you can see where it's set, and there's the new motor. I'm going to drop down in its place and connect these bolts in these holes like the old motor. One note, this wear clothes that you don't mind getting a lot of carbon like dust on, because there's a lot of carbon dust down in this container, or this part where the motor sits, and you're going to get it on your clothes. So anyway, so I'm ready to now put the new motor in, and the drive end will go in this belt, and then we'll tighten it into here. Okay, YouTubers, I've got the new motor in, and make sure the belt lines up here well with the pulley, goes around the front roller, and I've connected the spring right here, which holds the two together. I tried to first put the bolts in these close holes and realized no, it's got a 3-inch center on them. So there's several bolt holes here you want to put it on. By putting in one of those, the end of the shaft was not coming this way far enough, and the belt was having to go over like this to make contact, and I realized that's not the right place. So anyway, I've connected all the wires, and I've run them over the top of the motor to keep them away from this fan. This rotates around, and then there's a little fan also on next to the controller, so you want to make sure you keep the wires away from that also, the black motor wire especially. So anyway, let's see what kind of difference in sound we get now. Oh, I left this rag out to show you how dirty it is. So you're going to have a lot of like carbon dust to deal with. So as I said before, make sure you don't wear clothes that can't get dirty. There's the old motor sitting there. Let's turn this baby on and see what it sounds like. Okay, that's 1 mile. That's 1 mile per hour. Two miles per hour. 3. 6 miles per hour. And the real test is 8 miles per hour. You can see it sounds pretty quiet, especially realizing that I have the cover off. So it sounds pretty quiet even though I have the cover off. So I think I've got the noise fixed. I just needed a new motor. Signing off, YouTubers. This is Old John. Okay, YouTubers, on my previous video I showed you how to take off the hood now that we've got the new motor in. Here's the bottom. There are screws here that we're going to attach. There's also a screw here, but I left those off. They're hard to get to. You have to do it from the bottom, and I actually broke them out. They really don't hold the thing on that well. But anyway, basically you're just going to place it here, these screw points here. Line it up on the front edges. Like so. And insert the screws here. And there are 3 of them that go along the front. And that should keep the hood on well enough to run the machine. So if you enjoyed this video, give me a like, and visit my channel H Harrison 4803 if you want to see more do-it-yourself videos. This is Old John signing off.